So, if you were going to change the world, how would you do it? First, you would look at where and how people with money spend it. And what are they spending it on? Versus what isn't in another country to be able to spend it on. So, first off, I would look at, well, first off, the banks are fucked. They murder people. But when it looks to what makes us different from a third world country, our entertainment. They have no means of entertainment. They don't know how to feed their kids or how it's illegal for them to leave their country, like it is in every country. But for them, it's even a greater obstacle. Um, so if we have an entertainment industry, and they don't even have one there, Um, but yet you can go there in movies like District 9 and make fun of their communities. Um, so that would tell me that the revenue, either we're not allowed to have entertainment, period, by means of expression where it's profiting, where it should go to a nonprofit, or it should go directly to set the balance right without corruption to who doesn't have that ability to create a platform or a new pyramid. We should, every single thing has to be looked at as an opposite on a geological location standpoint. Food, entertainment, qualities of all life in all aspects. The people making the least amount of a carbon imprint would be the frontiers on developing this area. The stages to platform the amount of population to grow versus people wanting to swarm together like a hive, but not being allowed to. I've been thinking a lot about our faults as adults and how when you're 6 years old, you don't picture yourself to be anything like you were when you're 35. With that said, before introduction to gangs and all this divide of censorship versus via money, it would be handled where the child's raised by the parents and has this is sufficient. The parents don't even have the time to raise the kid now. Your kid's being raised by a stranger because you got to go to work. So when it comes to the movies, the kids that want to actually be the superheroes, the kids that want to be famous, not for the money because they don't have a concept of money. They have a concept of wanting to show what they can do. Look at me, I can ride my bike with no hands, sort of shit. So all movies should be portrayed by children, aged out before puberty, because I fucking hate seeing the same actors play every role in every fucking movie, say the same stupid faces. They're not fucking, and not knowing where their resources are going. The resources should go to quality of life of indifference and seen by everybody. Every child matters, I keep seeing written around, but it's a fucking lie. So with having an age gap where you're 6 years old and you turn into the adult that you'll be based off of your mentors. Your mentors suck. They're better than. So you have to mentor yourself by your accomplishments that you can do without being told you can't, by giving the resources you need. And kids aren't racist. They don't care about money. So the kids in turn would have roughly a 4-year film career portraying that of the adults. It would really make adults look at how they live their life through the eyes of a fucking 6-year-old. There wouldn't be profit and revenue because the kid can't even legally have it until he's an adult. If you put your money in the bank is using your fucking money to make more money. To make lawful corporations a monopoly. And to murder. Money shouldn't exist. But in the proceeds of turning things over properly, every person would have to put their money into the charity that isn't used for profit. It's used for profiteering. It's used for starting this society. Yo! Yeah.
It shows you went to Money Tree, not Money Mart.
I use Money Tree. Yeah.
Okay. You don't try Money Mart.
I don't have ID.
You don't need I've never needed ID there.
Yeah, Money Mart doesn't like me. They're ran by police. I don't like police.
Oh, I've never had a problem.
Yeah, no, they're fucking faggots. In order to change so everybody feels like they're doing something, the reprieve of the people that matter with finances in their bank that don't know what to do with their time would at least have the consideration knowing the bank isn't using their money for corruption. They would actually be able to see where each dollar is going, where it's being funneled to, knowing that it's going right to a country or a place that they don't feel safe walking down the streets to give it infrastructure, where it's hospitable for everybody's kid to walk down the street. It would have to be resourced off land or inland in order to be capable for people to make a move there and start culturing properly. Instead of like bacteria in one spot where nobody seems to fucking care. Acting is not allowed to be done after you're 10 years old. Neither is the fucking music. 1 minute you're singing a song about rapes and blowjob and now you're singing it in a fucking kids movie? You've lost your chance. Nobody wants to hear your music. You're a fucking bar star. You know what the quality of your wife will be when you pick her up at the bar? Fucking loser. The world can't change by itself, and everybody that needs change is literally praying for God to interfere. If people care more about hurt animals and animals starving, maybe we should fucking start there. I don't see any visitors from other planets coming to help our animals. Because all you want to do is slaughter them anyway, to eat them. Why would they want to? And you say you care about them. I have an unbiased opinion. I spend zero money on entertainment. I'm on disability because my morals are different than yours. So now I'm handicapped. And I refuse to spend money on entertainment because every cent off of my check has to go towards having a diet that suits me that doesn't kill. I'm in a house where food's paid for, but it's all fucking protein food. We need like 6 grams of protein a day, not 200 grams. I would like to see one person in a third world country be able to afford the diet of a superstar with his protein intake, not to mention his cost of his hormones. You're not a fucking superhero. God's still waiting They're still waiting for God. I love your mansions. You're nothing but a send of fucking bacon goblins to me. Fish are best to be looked at. I can't wait for the day my mom stops eating so I can stop eating at the same time as her. You've not only let down your fans, but you've let down everybody. I don't think you're incompetent. I know it. Because you're not on camera while you're off of camera. Your circle of trust has been broken. Every bit of news is fake. And every person that has a proper one to be voiced isn't famous. But I'm happy you can follow a trend like nobody's business. And the best time you have is probably by yourself. Because you're fucking deranged.